Game of the year against UCLA. Mississippi State's lone loss to Texas Tech as we are underway. Oklahoma gets the opening look. Favorite Widozie with the rebound. A look at the starting lineup for Sam Purcell's Bulldogs. Widozie has been excellent. Madison Francis with 4 double-doubles on the year. Prater, Crisp, and McFall. This is Crisp, a little strong on that one. Keep an eye on the rebounding. These are the 2 best rebounding teams in the SEC. They're both in the top 7 nationally. Chasing down the rebound comes Chandler Prater, graduate transfer. Pull up and pop, does not drop. Rebound chased down by Francis, though. Reset here for the Bulldogs. Prater tries again. That one's home for the first deuce of the day.
Yeah, Prater really having an excellent year. Watching her career, she's terrific in mid-range. She got 2 looks there on that last possession.
That is block number 46 for Madison Francis on the year. The Sooners starting 5. Chavez, Verhulst, Williams, and Beers. Well, they're all past McDonald's All-Americans on this Oklahoma team. Williams and Chavez both signing with the Sooners.
There's no drop-off, and it's interesting, particularly on the defensive end. They may even get better there when she substitutes.
15 to shoot off the reset here. Williams up strong, and she ties the game.
What a tough experience for someone like Verhulst.
Crisp, a little strong. She tried to double clutch that shot a little bit. Here comes Chavez in full attack mode all the way to the bucket, and that takes a friendly bounce. First field goal for the super talented freshman, Aaliyah Chavez.
Yeah, Mississippi State. Yeah, they can really extend with their length. Their Verhulst right there gets the angle on the young freshman and Lampley. And it's tough to help off the drivers of Oklahoma because they can shoot it from multiple positions, and right there Chavez able to get all the way to the rim and transition. That's the second straight at it. And the scary thing for SEC opponents is she has a lot of room to get better in decision making. Obviously she'll continue to get more physical, become more of a physical guard out front as she matures and develops.
Tough shot there as McFall banged into Beers, but there to clean it up is favorite Widozie.
Well, Widozie as good as anybody in the country on the offensive glass.
Williams cashes in as Oklahoma sprints the other way after a made basket. You do not get much on the offensive glass against Oklahoma. Chavez sticks her first 3 of the afternoon, and the Oklahoma lead goes to 13.
That Oklahoma can score consistently. Aaliyah Chavez, watch that. Way to read the defender. Little touch pass from Reagan Beers. Oklahoma extends their lead up 13 after 1.
Widozie tried to screen for Richardson. Williams won't let her shake free, but she knocked it down anyway. That's a big bucket.
Boy, desperately needed. Richardson right there, able to get deep enough in that paint. Nice soft touch.
Chavez, speaking of soft touch, delicate stroke for the freshman. She's got 7. Smith the rebound. Baseball pass. Beers runs and scores. What a play.
Chad, this is good all the way around. An unbelievable pass. This is the only place that Smith could put it. It was in stride while Beers is running out of real estate right there. But what you saw from Beers is one of the things that makes her special, the hands. I mean, that was almost like a middle infielder receiving that with soft hands and then able in rhythm with her mobility to finish.
Verhulst swatted. The second block by Francis, who has 47 of those on the year. Bulldogs looking for any kind of rhythm on offense.
Yeah,
look
at that defense from Oklahoma. That was one of the few times in recent possessions as McFall's able.
Good tough rebound by Widozie in there. Crisp, a little bit of breathing room, was able to double clutch that one in.
5-minute timeout coming up. This right here. This is more Mississippi State-esque. Crisp with the drive, good finish. Coming off that really good game.
Smith
against
turns it over. Here comes Fane. Crisp, deep 3. That one is down. Trayana Crisp's a 41% three-point shooter, and that's her 25th of the year. Timeout on the floor. 7 straight points for the Bulldogs.
7-0 run, little mini run, and much needed for Mississippi State. 19-point lead cut to 12, and Crisp right in the middle of it. Not the score that Williams was, but you can put her faced up from that distance, and good things happen.
Diving through the back door comes McFall for 2.
Last couple of baskets here. Here's the face-up we just talked about from Oklahoma with Williams making a play on the cut. Boy, that's a great play right there. Good recognition.
Beautifully saved there by Zyvan. Chavez unguarded for 3. You can't give her that look. She'll make you pay. Stay here as Chavez tried a little mustard on that one.
Yeah, obviously Chavez is going to have the ball in her hands a lot, and that's good coaching if you put it in her hands. But notice the last few games. If you've watched her play, she's doing more things away from the ball.
19% from the field for Mississippi State. 1 of 15 from the 3 line. Chavez angles to the bucket. Score it! And a foul call.
Well, one of the things Oklahoma is doing more of this year with Beers, they're pulling her away from the basket, using her mobility and skill set out front. Obviously a big target, and you can start offense through her at that high post area. We've seen it a couple times today already where Chavez and Beers have played off of one another on the offensive end.
15 first-half points for Aaliyah Chavez. 6-point advantage at the break at the Lloyd Noble Center. 6 games of 20-plus points for the National Gatorade High School Player of the Year last year. And Oklahoma threatening to make it a runaway at the break at the Lloyd Noble Center. Your halftime show is coming up next on SEC Network. The thing they do, Brendan, is that translates to the offense when they force turnovers.
Well, you know, they're just 2 of 10 from three-point range, and you think if Oklahoma has 48 points in a first half against an SEC opponent, they must have ripped the nets. They did not. It's because of this, turnovers. Now, Mississippi State turned it over 7 times in the first half. That's manageable, really, as far as a number. What's not is 6 of those were steals from Oklahoma. Live ball turnovers where they were able to get out and run. There's the one from Chavez in transition, and that's right at the chin of Beers. That's a terrific finish by Francis.
That's a 2 from Beers, and she splashes that home. Brendan, if she starts making those shots on a regular basis, how in the world would you guard her?
Yeah, versus having me buried deep into the lane.
Chavez got a hand in to poke it away from McFall, and here comes Van. Williams ahead of the pack. Crisp caught up with her. There's Van again.
Well, again, see that last possession, Chad, is Verhulst hits a 3, which is a good sign, by the way. But that defense by Chavez on Oklahoma. You know, if you're Jenny Baranczyk, you're telling your team at halftime, come out with the same intensity defensively. You saw from Chavez right there. And there's Peyton Verhulst. Honestly, can negate and neutralize what Mississippi State is great at. And that, mostly what I'm alluding to, is board play. Particularly on the offensive side with Sam Purcell about McFall. She had those back-to-back 10 assist games at LaSalle and at home against Samford. I told him, I said, most impressive thing about that probably was that was the pre-Christmas break game and the post-Christmas break game.
That's right.
Most players mentally are not there. She obviously was, and that says a lot about her.
And to be fair to the players, most broadcasters, I don't feel like they're there on that pre-holiday and post-holiday game. It's tough. Richardson cashes in. Plenty of offense, but the defense has been the story of the day at the Lloyd Noble Center for the 8th-ranked team in the country. Richardson tried to split a double team and lost it on the way up to Chavez. Chavez plows in and scores. Little friendly exchange there between Chavez and Crisp, Brendan.
Yes, I saw that right there.
A lot of that's the Oklahoma defense, but just hasn't been a good shooting day. And beautiful little screen and roll game there with Chavez to Beers.
One of the things Oklahoma's done such a great job of today, they did it against A&M. Not only limiting three-point attempts, but also.
Well, Oklahoma has been in control all day. Aaliyah Chavez, the sensational freshman, 17 points, 6 rebounds. She's got 3 assists on the day. And so much hype, and rightly so, about Aaliyah Chavez. Great teammate. Loves to get her teammates involved, Brendan, and she's shown a lot of the skills that made her the #1 recruit coming out of high school.
Obviously, tremendous talent, right? I mean, that's first and foremost, but she's constantly in attack mode. I mean, there is no laid backness to her offensively. Constantly probing, putting pressure on you. I like that 3 in transition in the first half.
She does sound like a coach. May be one of these days, as a matter of fact. 95-47, Oklahoma wins it at the Lloyd Noble Center. For Brendan Manzer, I'm Chad McKee, reminding you all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN and the SEC.